There's a kind of tired that has nothing to do with effort. You haven't run a marathon. You haven't pulled an all-nighter. You've just been sitting, staring at the thing you said you were going to do. And somehow, that's the most exhausting thing in the world. Here's what's actually happening. It's not laziness. It's not fear, exactly. It's a trap. A very specific trap that only catches people with big dreams. We grew up watching the king phase, the launch, the reveal, the "I started with nothing" story told from a penthouse. So you do what makes sense. You build the vision, you sit with it, you let it grow, and it feels incredible in there. Safe, warm, completely consequence-free. But here's the quiet problem nobody talks about. The bigger the dream gets in your head, the more humiliating the first step feels in real life. You're 24, maybe 30, and somewhere along the way you started dreaming at a king's level. So you started expecting a king's timeline. And when week 1 doesn't look like a TED Talk, the voice kicks in. Maybe I don't have it. Maybe I'm not built for this. No. You just have the wrong identity for where you actually are. There's a psychological concept called the arrival fallacy. Dr. Tal Ben-Shahar spent years studying it. The idea is simple and brutal. We think reaching the destination will change who we are, so we fall in love with the destination, and we can't stop living there long enough to actually start moving. But there's something even darker underneath that. Your ego, the part of you that cares deeply about how you appear, is using your big dreams as a hiding place. Because as long as the dream stays massive and theoretical, you never have to be a beginner. You never have to be small. And being small is the only way through. Think about the difference between a king and a monk. A king cares about his reputation. A monk doesn't have one. A king wants results that look like results. A monk just does the next thing. When you try to work like a king before you've earned it, you get perfectionism. You get paralysis. You get someone trying to build a cathedral who won't touch the mud. Here's the shift, the one that actually changes things. You have to give yourself permission to be nobody in private so you can become somebody in public. The vision, the king, the massive dream, that's your compass. It tells you which direction to walk. That's it. Once you've got the direction, take the crown off. Put it in a drawer. You don't need it right now. Because if you carry the full weight of your limitless future self into a Tuesday morning at 9 a.m., it will flatten you. You cannot write a masterpiece while checking every 5 minutes to see if the throne is ready yet. Viktor Frankl, psychiatrist, Holocaust survivor, one of the most clear-eyed people who ever lived, wrote that success cannot be chased. It has to follow you. It shows up as a side effect of caring about something more than your own image. That's the monk. The monk doesn't refresh his analytics, doesn't lie awake calculating whether he's on track. He finds something almost meditative in the repetition. The king says, "I'm going to build the most respected architectural firm in this city." The monk says, "I'm going to draw this one line straight." Then the next one. That's not lowering your standards. That's focusing them. When your world shrinks down to the next 10 minutes, to this sentence, this rep, this line of code, your brain stops sounding the alarm. The threat disappears. Because the threat was always just the gap between where you are and where you want to be. The monk doesn't look at the gap. The monk looks at the work. Stop trying to feel successful before you've done anything. That's the ego. And it's not protecting you. It's stalling you. Keep the vision massive. Don't negotiate on the what. But the how? Be nobody. Be repetitive. Be almost boring about it. Dream like a king. But when the morning comes, when it's just you and the blank page, and zero applause, work like a monk. If this video is useful, don't forget to like, subscribe to this channel, and see you in the next video.